one of the realities of reporting in Nigeria is that if you are going to report anything as a journalist, make sure that you have the truth in your corner, the facts in your corner, so that when politicians try to spin things, when a political group or a group of people who are not in favor of what you have written, if you are trying to turn it around and spin it on the head, you have the facts to stand for you. One of the major means of misinformation is via pictures. So there's a simple Google image search. So if you go on Google and just type image search, you can upload the picture and find out when it was taken, where it was taken, and much more information about it. So this clears the air about where the pictures come from. Then you'll be able to situate it within the proper context that, is this true or is this false? Then about videos, we have AFP Media Lab designed a video verification tool called INVID, I-N-V-I-D. A simple Google search will bring up that video verification tool. You can use it to verify any video, to check when it was recorded, and basically basic information about the video. Then there's also the place of news media across the world. So if you're saying something that is remotely controversial, just search, as Guardian reported it, has this newspaper or that newspaper reported it. So once you've checked, you'll be able to say, okay, maybe you believed it 100% before, but now you've checked that no credible media has reported it, then it reduces how much you believe that. Then, of course, some other information you find. I think one important feature is the dates. So was this in 2017, was it in 2019, was it 10 years ago? Once you get that, put it in proper context, and then you can tell whether it's false or whether it's true.
What I'll be doing is just to be talking about an arm of deepfake, which I have literally termed just some days before as deepfake, but well, as fake news, but fake news on steroids. But with deepfakes, actually, that maxim has been, or that mystery, let me just call it a mystery now, has been demystified. Because with deepfakes, you can actually make videos of people saying things they never said, at places they never were, and doing things they never did or ordinarily will do.
Fake news might never end, because people might want to use it to achieve certain motives that you just never can explain. Deepfakes will have far-reaching implications, especially as the 2023 elections are coming, because I believe that before then, deepfakes would have gained grounds in Nigeria. And if you use deepfakes to manipulate people, manipulate what people are saying, manipulate technology to make people appear in places they never were, or doing things they never did, or ordinarily would do, or say things that they ordinarily would not say, or even said in any place, so to speak now, people would run based on what they are seeing. So the question is seeing believing? Would you believe what you see based on the fact that you're seeing it, or would you question what you're seeing to make sure that what you're seeing is actually the person? Because with deepfakes, you can replicate the mannerisms, the gesture, the speech sound, and the way someone actually talks.
We actually remove millions of pieces of content all the time. We have over 30,000 people around the world whose only job is to watch and read, etc., posts that are reported to us and take them down. We have our community standards that they look into over 30 different categories. Nudity, sexual content, graphic violence, hate speech, bullying and harassment, etc., etc. People report to us in their millions every day. I don't know the specifics of your case, so I will not comment on that. But in what circumstances do we remove content? When we feel that our community standards are violated.
The issue of misinformation is one of the top priorities of Facebook's leadership. It's something we spend a lot of energy trying to solve. And one of the ways that we have found is to deploy an international fact-checking program. Here in Nigeria, we work with local fact-checking organizations like Africa Check and Dubawa, but also international organizations. It's a fight that we're not doing on our own, we're working with other people. And what essentially happens is that these organizations try to really curb the spread of the worst viral false news that is out there. And I must say they are succeeding in really tackling the worst of what exists in terms of false news. Unfortunately, of course, a lot still remains, and we are looking for ways to really scale this effort by thinking of other mechanisms to fight false news. But I can assure you that it is the primary concern of our organization.
Misinformation and disinformation is a multifaceted problem. So we don't see it from the perspective of just fact-checking alone. We say that when we are in our own little corner in Lekki trying to debunk all of these things, we also have to equip people like you and I, with the skills, with the tools, with the know-how about how to detect fake news by themselves. Because we think that the future there's no silver bullet to fight fake news. But one of the things we can do is some sort of self-censorship. But if people have tools and the skills to fight to actually detect and spot disinformation and misinformation, particularly in their smartphones, we think we would have done a very substantial job.
Fake news, false news, misinformation is not a Facebook or a Twitter or a Google or a YouTube problem. It's a human problem. If we want to eradicate it, we'll just make sure that everybody goes into extinction, and then the fake news too goes with it. But if we cannot do that, it would always be here. But how much can every one of us do to say at this point in time, this is what I'm doing to fight this scourge, to make sure that the minister does not say just anything tomorrow?